Hey guys, are you chasing women only to find that the harder you try to get their attention, the more they pull away, the more they ghost you? Does it feel like the harder you try, the less they care? Well, keep watching because in this video, I'm going to teach you 3 Stoic secrets and 1 bonus secret that's going to guarantee to have these girls obsessing over you. I'm Tony Depp. I've traveled the world for 15 years teaching thousands of men how to approach women with day game, night game, how to get relationships, how to get their ex-girlfriends back, and I'm going to teach you what I've learned from experience. I'm going to break this Stoic system down into 3 really easy steps that you can execute immediately that's going to get this woman thinking about you all the time so that you can get her away from ghosting you and back into your life and hopefully into your bed. So the first secret is to embrace Stoic indifference. What is that? That means not chasing, not pleading, not begging, not texting her 15 times, asking her why she's not texting back, or offering her date after date after date when she's showing very little interest or not replying at all. You want to act like you don't need her, and you shouldn't need her. You should have a life full of awesome stuff to do without her anyway. But I get it, women are beautiful, they're sexy, they're fun. You want them, you want their attention, but you need to seem unattainable. You can't be so available. This Stoic principle of being self-amused, self-entertained, of having high value, this is what's going to attract her. Not being more nice, more available, more generous. This actually will crush her attraction. This will destroy attraction. So we want to do the opposite with this Stoic indifference. Yeah, you want her, but you don't need her. You don't need her. And how do we demonstrate this? Keep watching, I'm going to explain. You see, there's something called hypergamy, and that is a woman's need to find a man of higher and higher value. So if she sees you initially as a high value guy, maybe you got into a relationship with her and now she's losing attraction, she might feel like she deserves a man of higher value. Or if you met her in a bar and you've been texting her and it seems to be going well and all of a sudden she stopped replying, she's not replying anymore, it's because she's starting to see you as low value because you're not acting like a man with a Stoic indifference to her attention. See, it's when you give them less attention and you fulfill less of their needs for attention that you start to appear as higher value. That triggers her hypergamy, her need for a higher value man. She wants a man who's stronger, braver, smarter, with more resources, bigger muscles, whatever it is. You don't have to have all of these things, but you have to embody the characteristics of a guy with Stoic indifference. Because if you're indifferent, that means you already have what you need to be fulfilled. You don't need her to do that. So she can supplement your life by being in your life with you instead of being the sole root of your happiness. So I had a client, I'll call him Mark, and he met this girl and he just kept texting her, asking her out on dates, asking her for dinner, asking her to hang out. And at first she was responding, but she wouldn't commit to any dates. So I told him, look, bro, you got to stop texting her. Stop texting her right now and ignore her. No contact. And so what happened was it took a few weeks, but eventually she dinged him like, hey, Mark, haven't heard from you. What's going on? Right? And then she asked him to hang out. See, sometimes you don't know what's going on in the woman's life. You don't know how many guys are chasing her. If she's young and beautiful, she's going to have dicks coming in from every angle trying to get in on her. And when you start chasing her and asking her out every time you talk to her, you just come off as thirsty, right? So with this Stoic indifference, it actually creates a vacuum of attention. So when you don't give her the attention, her primal female hypergamy kicks in and says, hey, this is the one guy who's not chasing me for attention. He's not asking me out over and over and over. Did he lose interest? Does he really like me? Oh, he must be someone that women enjoy being with. He must be attractive to women. He must have other women in his life. And so therefore she's going to chase you. And that's what happened to Mark. She asked him out and they hooked up. So the first rule, Stoic indifference, means controlling your emotions and focusing on your purpose. And your purpose should not be her. You want her, but you don't need her. Even if you really, really want her, she's beautiful, you can't let her know that she commands so much attention in your psyche. Because if you're a high value man, women would be like very low on your list of priorities. Think about it. A beautiful woman, do you think she walks around going, oh, I just wish another guy would hit on me today? No, she likes the attention and she likes having options, but she's going to go for the guy who she sees as the highest value guy, the guy who's popular, the guy who's strong. And so you can display that by not displaying this neediness and asking her out and texting her all the time. And number 2 is to create mystery by limiting emotional availability. When I was young and I didn't know much about women, I used to think that the more I shared with her, the more she would become intrigued and interested in me. So I would start listing off my accomplishments. Oh, I play guitar, I'm in a band. I didn't have a lot going for me at the time, but mostly I would brag about being a musician, and for some reason this didn't impress the women. And so I thought, well, I better tell them more, and I'd tell them about my childhood. I'd tell them about my relationship with my mother. I'd tell them all my inner thoughts and inner dialogues and concerns, and it didn't impress the women at all and actually drove them away. A lot of my girlfriends, they just seemed to lose interest and dump me because I was just giving them too much. I wasn't creating any mystery, and I was being too emotionally available. I was too willing to share my feelings. You can probably relate to this. What happens is a lot of men treat their girlfriends like their mothers. So they go out and they have a bad day at work, and they come home and they complain about it to their woman as if she's their mother. But women don't want to be your mothers. They will facilitate that because women are naturally caregivers. They're naturally nurturing and they want to help. But even though they're helping you, as you complain and moan and whine and share all your inner turmoil with her, she's slowly losing attraction. It's just going down, 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 down the more that you share with her. So the key is, don't share everything with her. Leave something to mystery. When she asks, what did you do yesterday? Just say, oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Or if she says, what are your plans for the rest of the day? And you say, oh, I've got something big planned. I'll tell you about it later. Just leave something for her imagination to fill. You want her wondering what you're doing. You want her to think, is he with another woman? Is he hanging out with friends he hasn't told me about? This is going to spark her curiosity and make you a challenge. So just don't share everything and be a little bit emotionally unavailable at first. And point number 3 is to pass all of her tests with stoic calm, right? So women, they like to throw you a lot of tests. They might come at you and say, oh, I don't like your new haircut, or why don't you get a better job, or do you always approach girls like this? Are you a player, right? And what you don't want to do is lose your cool, lose your confidence, and lose control of your emotions. Because a man who's not in control of his emotions is a weak man. This is a man that she can't trust. When the shit hits the fan, is he going to be calm and cool and collected and in charge, or is he going to lose it? One of my clients, let's call him Chris, was chasing this girl, and you shouldn't be chasing girls, by the way, but he was chasing her, and she kept throwing him tests, and every time she would say things like, oh, how many girls are you seeing on Tinder right now? He would start to qualify himself. He would start to justify and say, oh, I'm not on Tinder. I'm only interested in you. And actually this made it far too easy, and he wasn't passing her test. He was actually qualifying himself to her. So when the woman tests you, you don't want to, encourage her to keep doing this by playing into that game. So I taught that client, just stop playing that game. When she gives you a test, you make fun of it. You agree and amplify, or you ignore it. If she says something like, how many girls are you swiping on Tinder every day? You say, oh man, until my thumb is worn out. Can't you see I have no thumbprint from all the swiping? Or you just ignore it. But you don't qualify yourself or justify yourself to her, because that is chasing. That's you chasing her approval. That's you trying to be the nicest guy who would never date another woman while he's interested in her. And while we think that being this guy who's caring and nurturing and all this is going to show her that you're nicer than all the other bozos out there, it actually just makes you look weak and like a little beta simp, right? So don't do that. Okay, again, so here's the 3 stoic secrets to make her totally obsessed with you. And guys, trust me, I know this shit because I've been teaching it for 16 years. And you know what? If you can't control your emotions, I want you to go down to the link below and grab the free Fearless Approach Blueprint, because that's going to help you to really have a centered emotional core. It's really powerful and it's free. Grab it. What are the 3 secrets? 1, stoic indifference. A stoic indifference signals that you're high value. You don't need her. You're not chasing her. You want her, but you don't need her. You should have other hobbies and other friends and other women that you're pursuing, you know, or if you're in a relationship, you should have the ability to get another girlfriend if you need to. You should have your days when you're working on your truck or playing sports or doing something so that she's not the only thing in your life. This just means that you're low value if all you have is her to keep you happy. And the second Stoic principle, be emotionally unavailable. So when she asks, what did you do last week? Say, oh, all kinds of stuff. If she says, what are you doing tonight? Say, oh, I have some plans, but I'm not quite sure yet. If she wants to know your opinion on something, you go, you know what, I'll tell you about it later, right? Just don't give her everything right away. This will compel her to dig deeper, to unravel the mystery that is you. And the third one, pass her tests with a calm confidence, a strong inner core. You're not going to be fazed every time she gives you a little shit test, and start qualifying yourself. You know, those three things are going to make her totally obsess over you, and she's going to think you're the hottest guy in town. And guys, here's the bonus tip. Show her a talent that you hid from her. Wow, she didn't know I was a musician. A brilliant musician, right? So if you play guitar, or you're really good at astrology, or you can do backflips or something, don't show her right away, because this means you're trying to impress her. You save that until she already knows you. Maybe she's already sleeping with you, and then you start doing cartwheels, backflips, playing guitar, playing drums. She's going to go, oh my God, this guy actually has talent. There's so much I don't know about him. I want to figure out more. Until next time, guys, grab that free Fearless Approach Blueprint. And if you want a free discovery call to talk about coaching options over Zoom, I have a link down there to my booking calendar, and I'd love to hear from you. Or just leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of the video, or if you have any experiences with being unavailable or being a mystery, or using these Stoic concepts to make girls all wet and bothered thinking about you when you're not around. Adios.